CR101radio.com, podcasts, and more.
51. On being a sourpuss. I don't normally use recent translations of the Bible, which are often paraphrases rather than translations, but once in a while I find a fresh insight in one of them. An example of this is Moffatt's rendering of Psalm 73, 21 and 22. Quote, "When my heart was sour, when I felt sore, I was a dull, stupid creature, no better than a brute before thee." What Asaph tells us in the psalm is that when he was in distress because of what was happening, he almost slipped from God's way. He nearly lost his footing. Asaph was so overwhelmed with his grief and unhappiness that his heart, mind, and being became sour. In modern English, Asaph says, "I became a sourpuss and a sorehead." This was a way of leaving God, of being far from God, but Asaph came to realize that they that are far from thee shall perish. Psalm 73:27. Asaph doesn't say that he had done wrong. Instead, he tells us that this sourness or bitterness came from seeing the wrongs done by others to him and to many other people as well as to the Lord. All this embittered him until he came to realize that his sourness hadn't changed the ungodly. It had instead changed him and harmed his relationship to the Lord. For a time then, Asaph's godliness had been undercut by his sourness. Years ago, I heard an old pastor say, "There's no such thing as a sour saint." He made the statement when someone tried to excuse a prominent member whose sourpuss ways were troubling the church. Are you a sourpuss in your relationship to your family, your co-workers, your fellow Christians, and the Lord? Remember, no matter what the cause, being a sourpuss changes nothing except your relationship to God and to man.